devotees join the last.
Yeah.
Even
Om
the
Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Okay, so if you remember, we were reading these all things that we should do in order to, get self-realization. Then there Prabhupada was talking about tapasya, charity, tyaga or renunciation. So those things we were on, and
correct.
yeah, so I'm just learning tapasya, self-control, right? So self-control is very important factor in obtaining spiritual realization, where like self-control means like not I mean stopping the forces that they are coming from within, because most of the times this is what is the situation, that if somebody is, in a conflicting situation, they are arguing, then that is just inner force that they want to speak, or they want to just say something, that how can they the person say like that to me, so I should say that. So all these are forces. Similarly, we have force of, eating, that desires. So all these desires are, different kinds of forces that are coming from within. So self control, I mean, as long as we will keep yielding to these forces, they are coming from within, that much we will not be able to realize the real self, because real self is Satchidananda, right? It is eternal, it is fully cognizant, and it is Ananda, means blissful. But while we are, engaged in these forces or entertaining these forces, we are not necessarily blissful, right? It's not the case. So
Yeah,
therefore, it's like a different feeling. We are not on a spiritual platform then. it's it's just as simple as that. So therefore, we need to have that spiritual realization that we are the spirit soul. So in theory, we know right now, in principle, but we have not realized it, right? We have understood it also to some extent, because we are reading such kind of books, and also then we go through different experiences, and we remember that, oh yeah, we have learned this, or we have discussed this. Then we understand also, but then again, these internal forces or forces coming from outside, they all are very powerful, that we again forget and keep going with the life, and not on a spiritual platform. So therefore this topic is important. Yeah. So yeah, this was the page where we want to read now. Page number, oh sorry, no,
58.
58. This one. Yeah. We should use, you want to read, Madhumita?
You can continue.
Okay. We should use this great opportunity, human life, to understand all these points which are mentioned in the authoritative books of Vedic knowledge, like Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavatam, Shukadev Goswami declares that real atonement necessitates thoughtfulness, sobriety, and meditation. One must consider whether he is the body or whether he is transcendental to the body. And one must try to know what God is. These ideas are to be studied in Krishna consciousness. We should not be frivolous or waste time. If one wants this knowledge, he has to practice austerity, tapasya, and the beginning of tapasya, as already explained, is brahmacharya, celibacy or restricted sex life. The pivot of material attraction is sex, not only for human society but for animal society also. Sparrows and pigeons have sex 300 times daily. Although they are strict vegetarians, and the lion, which is not a vegetarian, has sex once a year. Spiritual life is not a question of vegetarianism, but of understanding higher knowledge. When one comes to the platform of elevated knowledge, he naturally becomes a vegetarian. Panditah Samadarshinaha. One who is very highly learned does not distinguish between a learned scholar, a brahmana, an elephant, a dog, and a cow. He is Samadarshi. His vision enables him to see them all equally. How is this? He does not see the body, but the soul, the spiritual spark or Brahman. He thinks, here is a dog, but it is also a living entity, although by his past karma he has become a dog. And this learned scholar is also a living spark, but he has taken good birth because of his past karma. When one comes to that position, he does not see the body, but the spiritual spark, and he does not distinguish between one living entity and another. Actually, we do not make distinctions between carnivores and vegetarians, for the grass has life just as the cow or the lamb. A guideline, however, should be the Vedic instructions given in Sri Ishopanishad. ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत्येन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथामागृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम्. Everything, animate or inanimate, that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself which are set aside as his quota, and one must not accept other things knowing well to whom they belong. Since everything is the property of the Supreme Lord, one can only enjoy what is allotted to him by the Lord, and one cannot touch another's property. According to Vedic life and according to all Vedic scriptures, a man should live on fruits and vegetables, for his teeth are made in such a way that these can be very easily eaten and digested. Although it is nature's law that one has to live by eating other living entity, jiva jivasya jivanam, one must use discretion. Fruit, flowers, vegetables, rice, grain, and milk are made for human beings. Milk, for example, is an animal product, the blood of an animal transformed. But the cow delivers more milk than it is needed by her calf because milk is intended for men. Men should simply take the milk and let the cows live. And thus, following nature's law, man will be happy. Kena tyaktena bhunjitha. One should take whatever God allots to him and thus live comfortably. We have to elevate our consciousness through this science of Kṛṣṇa. Charity is within everyone's heart, but we do not know how to make the best use of it. Whatever we spend in terms of energy should be for Kṛṣṇa, for it all belongs to him. By spending for Kṛṣṇa, one will not be a loser. Kṛṣṇa is so kind that when we offer him food, he accepts and yet leaves everything for us to eat. Simply by offering food to Kṛṣṇa, we can become devotees. We need not spend an extra farthing. In the higher sense, everything belongs to Kṛṣṇa. But if we offer everything to Kṛṣṇa, we will be elevated. This is a sublime and proven way for advancement in pure life. So here, this chapter ends. Do you have any sharing, Madhumita?
It was clear, pretty clear, right?
Yeah, if you would like to share anything from this reading, like did you understand how Pandita sees everybody equal?
Everybody
Samadarshi means what?
correct.
Yeah, so Samadarshi is like seeing everybody on spiritual platform, not seeing their bodily differences.
Correct, yeah.
But understanding that everyone is a spirit soul or spiritual spark of Kṛṣṇa. Right? So that way he doesn't distinguish between them, because spiritually they are not different. But at the same time, we don't treat them on the, like, just like we will treat a, cat, we don't treat a person like that, right? But still, this is internal vision, spiritual vision, that they are parts and parcels of Krishna. So our respect goes to them, right? So we give them enough space. Like somebody has cat, then we, you know we can give, like the person or the owner can give food properly and take care of the cat if they have, like a pet, they have a cat, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that way they should be serving the cat, because they are serving Krishna in that way. Similarly, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, we do distinguish because they are in different classes of, Varnashram. But spiritually, or on a transcendental platform, they are all equal, right? So we should all, for everybody, we should think like that, that they are parts and parcels of Krishna. So we should properly serve them. So that protects us from performing any kind of offenses against living entities, because if we differentiate between them on physical platform only, and do not understand the spiritual platform, then we will commit aparadh against them, right? So I have seen, like, some young children. So one time we were on a bus stop, and earthworm just came out of the this thing, soil. And the girl that was standing close to me, she suddenly was trying to jump on it, means trying
Oh,
to kill it
yeah.
immediately at first sight. And I mean, I couldn't see that. I just told her, don't do it. So just by a little fraction, it got saved. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, many times this, even young children have this, sense of controllership, that we can kill them, or they are weak, like that. So this is gross materialistic mentality, that they see only on the basis of externals, that body is small, they are weak. But like, if there is a, if a lion comes, then they will start running, right? So this is not proper. Our respect goes to the soul. Therefore, on spiritual platform, everybody is same. So that's what it is called as samadarshi. And that pandit who is like a learned in spiritual knowledge, he can do that. Therefore, it is very, very important to understand and actually practically work on this platform. So we used to have an exercise. I'm not going to start this new chapter today, because we will keep it from the next time. So if Vidya also joins, then she will have this from the beginning. So yeah, one time, so in our classes, we used to have Bhakti Shastri Bhagavad Gita classes. So there was a topic that we were all discussing, that how, means, some conflicts happen, and in office, or maybe in school, with, I mean, at home with husband or family, children, or something like that. So how to, you know protect ourselves from committing an offense, or hurting others. Hurting means not physically, but even emotionally. So our teacher was telling that we should try to see Krishna in everybody's heart. And that's the truth, like Krishna is sitting in everyone's heart, right? So if we are hurting that person, then actually we are indirectly hurting Krishna also. So therefore, whenever we feel that, okay, I'm not feeling very good because they did this or that, then step back little bit. Suddenly don't react to that situation, and then think that Krishna is in this person's heart also, and I can pray to Krishna, I can tell Krishna that Krishna, I didn't like his behavior. And then when our anger settles down, we are out of that negative emotion, then we can discuss that with that other person, that hey, I felt really this thing when you said that. So did you really mean that? So many times, we might get surprised that the person did not even mean that what we heard, right? So sometimes it depends on our mood at that particular time also, that what are we hearing. So this helps, like whenever we bring Krishna in our consciousness, or in one sense we are actually contacting Krishna. So Krishna's presence, whether it is in our smaranam, or whether we are actually making sound of it like chanting anything, or whether we are reading about Krishna, or like now we are discussing about Krishna. So all these things actually bring auspiciousness. Okay, so something changes. We don't know what will change, right? Or how will it happen. But Krishna actually changes the situation. So therefore, it is very important to understand this, that on spiritual platform, Krishna is sitting in everybody's heart, and we can always pray to Krishna through all these different mediums, and direct prayers also we can offer. But yeah, chanting, hearing, reading about Krishna, discussing Krishna Katha, all these things. So my main point was that Krishna's presence brings auspiciousness. So this is,
Yeah. Yeah, Mataji.
yeah.
So true. Because in some scenario, like when the other person is speaking the same thing again and again, you're listening to the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
Sometimes you cannot, sometimes, because you have three modes of nature, right? Sometimes the mode of ignorance will also uh,
Mm.
come in your mind, right? So the best practice I do is like go outside, how
Yeah.
much ever you can shout, and do that Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Yeah.
Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Immediately
Yeah.
within 5 seconds, you lose it. You will be
Right.
calmed down.
So true. So true. Yeah.
It's
I
it's
totally
actually
agree with that.
practically I did that and I realized it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes. Yes.
try
Definitely.
once
Yeah.
whenever you feel like, sometimes you have to take it out from within yourself. Just
Yeah.
try it once
It's so
and
true.
Krishna will take it.
Yeah.
That
Very
anger,
true.
he will take it.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
so that's practically you have seen that, and really, really, it makes sense, because really just Krishna's presence, and Prabhupada has given us this thing. This is a open secret, but still many times people unfortunately are not able to take it. That even among devotees, sometimes we see there are a lot of quarrels and all those things, and that's just the point where they lose contact with Krishna or forget Krishna at that point. Although all are good in hearts, right? Because they became
Yes.
devotees just for progressing in their spiritual journey. So they are good at heart, but it's just that these are moments of forgetfulness when bitter
Yes.
things happen. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we need to learn, that we don't need to get disturbed by these situations. Always keeping in mind that these are passing phases. These are just simple some dots in our whole line of life, in our lifeline, right? So these are
Yeah.
passing phases, and meanwhile we should keep praying to Krishna. And as you said, chanting is very, very powerful thing, so we should
Yes.
continue
Yes.
doing that. Thank you so much, Madhumita. Well,
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
have another call also, like on 8 o'clock.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
Prabhupada's biography.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nice.
yeah, if
Very
you
nice.
would like to stay on, you are welcome. But if not, you can, leave the call. Anyways, I will have to stop recording and close this call
Yeah.
as well, so that I can join back. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
So, there
Mataji.
we'll join back. Hare Krishna, same link.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Shubhratri.
Shiva.